Hello everyone, today I'd like to talk about hating on episodes. This one's about Harold. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, folks. I'm trying to get to 20 subscribers. This episode begins with the kids playing baseball in the streets until they find Harold, who's about to walk into what seems to be a synagogue until his friends convince him to play. Thanks to Harold missing the ball, a rabbi by the name of Rabbi Goldberg came out to inform Harold that they got business to discuss, and Harold's friends, for the first time, are learning that Harold is Jewish. The reason for this is they are looking at his book and seeing the Hebrew language is that Harold is studying for his bar mitzvah, where every Jewish boy who reached the age of 13 goes through to be seen as a man in their community. I guess that when Helga first met Harold, Harold was probably 4 years older in preschool. We see Harold as he is reciting Hebrew, and it's clear he just wants to get through this as bar mitzvah, mostly because he just wants the gifts that he's supposed to receive and not the responsibility of being a man. Harold's Hebrew name is Chaim, which means life. His rabbi is telling Harold that he will be reading from the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, instead of his usual book, since Harold has to prove that he is ready and not just memorizing the words. The three main things that Harold is being taught is righteousness. Three main things that Harold is being taught is righteousness, charity, and prayer. Harold has a dream of his disliking being a man as he wants to continue having fun. Harold decides to run away to a place called Elk Island to live on his own instead of facing responsibility. Arnold sticks with him to convince him otherwise, and life begins testing Harold. A mother is shouting out for her missing son named Danny. Harold rudely dismisses her for his own selfish needs until after she left, where a crying little boy is wondering where his mother is. Wanting them to cry together, Harold takes the little boy to the woman, who turns out to be the little boy that she'd been missing. She thanks him for that. This causes him to miss his buzz. The next one came after Harold bought an ice cream and he watched two boys arguing about an ice cream where the only one bought between the two. Harold, seeing the next bus, decided to just hand over his own so the two will stop fighting, and he as well as Arnold managed to get on the bus. The final test comes with a bully on the bus. He's ready to pick a fight with Harold until Harold started praying in Hebrew, and the guy, not understanding the language, so weirded out that he just moved to the front, which I find funny. Arnold ended up bringing up everything that just occurred as they were all part of his transition to becoming a man, helping the mother find her son is righteousness, giving his ice cream to end a dispute was charity, and he handled the last thing with a prayer. Harold's more than ready, and Arnold leaves, telling Harold that he knows he will do the right thing. Harold eventually shows up at the synagogue just when Rabbi Goldberg is about to lose faith in him. Harold goes through his bar mitzvah, and at the party, we learn that Harold couldn't even rent the canoe because even if he is seen as a man in his community, the rest of the world still views him as a kid, as canoe can only be rented by adults. As his parents start thinking that he may have grown up, Harold is still acting like a child. He runs after Stinky for stealing his yarmulke, but this was to lure Harold to do the hora, which is a circle dance as Harold got into the groove and danced in the center. My final thoughts on the episode is that this show, and just like many others who give respect to Jewish community and their religion, is always fun. I always enjoy the fun stuff we see at a mitzvah. Hey Arnold, Bob's Burger, and American Dad is always fun. I get that Harold did not want to grow up so fast. Most kids don't. It's nice at the end that he doesn't fully need to grow up, since just as Harold put it, we live in a modern age, so he gets to enjoy the person still being a kid by the law of the country. I like how it seems like life practically gave Harold his answer by having him do his three tests on his own, while Arnold was just a spectator. This show might have made Arnold a guilt trip for others to do the right thing all the time, but at least it is entertaining when they reach that conclusion afterwards. It's great to see that people like Harold can do things on their own without needing a protagonist to do it for them. Other TV shows need to do that too. That is all, folks. Please like, subscribe to the channel for more.